Hey guys, Joseph here. Today we're doing another Joseph car video, and today guys I'll be showing you how to replace rear brakes in a Volvo V70. So let's get over to the car right now. Right guys, I'm going to show you the left hand side rear wheel. Obviously the front's down here and we're on the passenger side. I know guys, we're using 19 mils, is that right, Dad?
I think it's 70, isn't it? Oh, 19.
We're using 19 mils. When doing all those,
I'll just go and do the other one.
he's just going to go and do the other side, so I'm going to be paused on his back right now. Right guys, he's just gone to get a jack to jack up this car, and I'll pause until he's back right now. Right guys, we're just jacking on the tow bar, which obviously we're jacking it from the tow bar so you can get the car lifted. See how high it's getting now. The wheel's just off the ground.
Come on.
Right guys, I'm going to pause until he's back. Right guys, we've got some jack stands, trusty old jack stands here to lift out the car. We've got some jack stands. So I'm going to pause for a minute. This is where we've jacked up this part of the chassis. Get under there a bit more. As a part of the chassis. I don't know if that's the control arm or not. But we've got another part. You take the camera a minute and show the viewers. That's where it's jacked, guys. And yeah. Now we're going to rock the jack and make sure slowly so it's supported. So we're going to start dropping the vehicle and check that it's supported. I'm going to pause a minute. But guys, we've left that under there for extra support. You can drop the handbrake, Dad, after we've undone these. Maybe you need to release the brakes, you might have to take it off. We kept the handbrake on for a minute just so we can undo the wheels. If you're wondering, this car is front wheel drive, if you're wondering guys. This is front wheel drive. What's that, Dad? Dad?
This is quicker.
No nut there. But you can just use a normal ratchet, is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
You can use just a ratchet if you don't have one of those. And you can use an impact gun if you want to. Is it an impact gun they call them?
Yes.
You can use an impact gun if you want. The wheel might start dropping off in a minute. Now let's get the unveil of the rear wheels. You can use your feet to help you if you need to.
Actually, these are all right, really. Hardly warm.
There's the rear brakes. That's the caliper, and it's rusted. You gotta take all the wires off to the brakes. Is that the handbrake wire at the top?
Yeah. ABS, I think.
Lately we've been having ABS lights coming up on this lately, which we might have to sort out later and get the scanner on here. It might settle down later. We keep losing ABS to this car at the minute. That's probably from the Volvo dealership when we had the keys done for this. But since then it's been very reliable, this car. Look, I'm just going to say, this car's never broke down on us. Is that right? You just, what's that you just taken off, Dad?
I've just disconnected an ABS wire.
I'm just disconnecting the ABS wire.
Something holding it in. So.
I can't really show the viewers that easily.
Well, I can't see myself. Well, you have a look.
There's the ABS wire. Yeah, but I can't really show you that easily. It's good to see how cars are put together. You can continue, Dad. There's a drum brake there as well, if you're wondering. Are they drum brakes?
Yeah.
Specific to this V70. If you don't know, I have playlists that's called V70 Problems, if you don't know. If you want to see the other issues you've had with this. Yeah. If you want to see, I did do a video on how to replace a mass airflow sensor on this as well. And we took it on quite a long test drive. I'm going to pause for a minute.
I'm going to need to be right where you are, Jack.
We're doing, what are you prying on, Dad?
I'm just
I'd like to show the
opening
viewers.
the caliper up so I can get to it. Look, it's all bent, isn't it? That's been it there.
So it looks like this has been in an accident, is that right? Have you done brakes before on here?
Yeah, I renewed all these about 5 years ago.
Who put this one on, Dad?
I've put these on.
So these brakes are about 5 years old, these brakes now. Is that a safety cable?
Right, this is an anti-rattle spring. Holds the pads in. Stops them rattling when you're driving along.
We're removing the anti-rattle spring. There is a bolt holding that in, you know.
Right.
What's that bolt there, Dad?
It's holding the caliper on.
We're just removing the caliper bolt. Makes it easy to work on. I know you can't see here, but we're just removing the caliper bolt there. I know you can't see for that minute. Is there two caliper bolts?
Yeah, it's to hold it on.
You're just removing the second caliper bolt. There's two that holds it on, which I will show you after it's been undone. Have you got new calipers as well?
No.
So we're using the same caliper. How long will it take us to do this side?
I'm not sure, to be honest.
1.5
Depends
hours.
what sort of problems we come across.
We don't encounter any, it shouldn't take us long. I'm going to pause until he's undone it. After undoing it, we've got the caliper off now. We just managed to pull it off. We've got pads each side. Are we replacing the rotor as well? Got a little roadness up there. And caught from the road. We're just trying to pry these pads out. With every car video from now, I'm never going to remove any mistakes we make, to show you that everyone does make mistakes, guys.
Not even half warm.
They're rusted.
They're not even half warm. They're all rusty.
Is that why you need to replace them?
No.
It's a wear indicator as well.
These get really warm. These are hardly warm.
But rust. That means you have to replace them.
No, we replace them when they're worn out. These aren't warm.
Is there an issue at all?
No, I think I'll need to.
It's good to see how cars are put together.
I'm trying to pink it. Put this up somewhere safe for the time being.
We've propped it there. Is that now when we're pulling off the rotors?
Yeah, now I'll want these off. Undo that nut down there.
I'm going to pause until he's back right now. Right guys, we're just undoing that little nut. What nut bolt was that?
It just retains the rotor blade onto the
Now let's see if the rotor blade comes off.
onto the hub. I've actually got the handbrake.
You're just going to release the handbrake.
Yeah.
So we're just going to go into the vehicle. Let's get you in there just to show you what he's doing. Here you go. That handbrake's down.
Hello. Alright.
I'm just going to pause for a minute. Now the rotor's all it's free now. We're taking it, undone that brake. Is it coming off alright?
We have to bash them.
You do have to bash them off, guys, to get these off.
I've also got to remember how to release the shoes.
I'm going to pause until he's back right now. Right, we're going to swing the hammer now. That's like one bang and it's just come off. There it is. Now you need to know how to do brake shoes here. This is a big old hammer. How old's this hammer?
Like 30 years old.
Listen to it. I'm not going to bang too hard because you can easily break concrete with this. You could probably smash a house open with that, probably. Is that right?
That's right. See where we renewed all the springs before.
Yeah, it's one thing you can tell, the springs have been renewed.
Right. Let's go and get some.
I'm going to pause until he's back right now. Right guys, we've got some brake cleaner now.
First of all, undo these.
We're trying out to do brake drums as well, guys, in this video.
I remember they were tricky little suckers, these were.
I'm going to pause until he's back. Right guys, he's back, so now we're going to start popping this up. Giving the spring a bit of a pull.
These are horrible things, these are. Silly idea. If I can get a peek behind these things, really.
These are horrible things to work on. There you go, it's one spring. Oh, you obviously couldn't drive without brakes, just want to let you know. Car would start, but you wouldn't go anywhere. You'll move, but you won't be able to stop. There's a splash there, doesn't matter, you won't see it. It's the same at the bottom, so I'm not going to really show the bottom, so I'm going to pause until he's got it off. We're getting the side spring now.
Who's at home? Don't copy me.
Unless it works, guys. These can be a pain to get out. You can realise how much of a challenge these are. And guys, your plan doesn't always work.
I mean, my one certainly isn't.
You can get stuck in there. If we're lucky, you might get it out without having to remove that spring. These are drum brakes, if you're wondering. Nearly. Got it. It's now off. You didn't have to do the other side, guys. Get it off, guys.
It's the other side we got a problem with, isn't it? It's not braking.
The other side, I'm not going to film the other side because I've shown you this side. No brake cleaner. Just ran it with our brake cleaner. There you go. You can smell brake cleaner as well.
It's just rusty more than anything, isn't it?
What are those called, Dad?
What this?
Yeah.
This is a shield.
In America, in this country I'm currently living in, guys, it's illegal to drive without shields. Is that right?
Yeah, it's an MOT failure.
It's an MOT failure, but it might not be in your country, but it is in my country.
Can you do it off or not?
It looks like it. If you're wondering what we're using that as, this is a tray, guys, just to catch all the brake cleaner. What's that actually called we're using?
What's that, Joe? What is?
Yeah.
It's just a Holt's brake cleaner.
Now what's that called, Dad, that plastic thing?
Yeah, it's a bowl.
We're using just a bowl, so...
Yeah, just a normal kitchen bowl, cheap out of anywhere.
Yeah. You can use them for all sorts of things, but we're using it as for a brake job. See, I'm going to pause for a minute. Re-recording. What are you doing there, Dad?
I'm looking for the shoe adjuster.
What's a shoe adjuster?
Brakes, adjuster brake shoes. I thought there was one in here. I thought there'd have been one in here somewhere. Don't dream it, right? See that they've already used them shoes.
Yeah. When you replace one brake, never just do one side. Always do the other side too. I'm going to pause until he's back. Right guys, the reason we're changing the brakes for is because the other ones, they got really bad. They're not, one's wearing funny. Here we are. The reason we're changing our brake, and this is obviously the rear brake. Here's a nice good brakes. They weren't good quality, the ones on it had really cheap brakes. At the time we didn't have a lot of money at the time. And the brakes that were on here before was absolutely terrible. That's the reason why I just had to put some cheap ones on here before. Now we're putting some more expensive ones on there. Wondering they've just been sitting in the garage for a while. But here they are today. And the one on the other side's wearing funny. What? Yeah, but the one on the front's wearing funny. What? But we're going to get to those brakes in another video. It's just rear brakes. So here they are. I'm going to pause until we start work again, right now. Right guys, these are the brake shoes. Well, I wonder why the handbrake's not working that well on this car. Every time I lean on it, it starts to move slightly. Every time I lean on it and I put my weight on the car. Here it is now. And there's hardly any wear, but one of them's wearing funny. The brakes on here. So we're just changing the full brakes. So I'm going to pause them now until we start work, right now. Right guys, I've just taken the caliper off so we can grease up the pins. Yeah, I've just taken the caliper off.
And we're going to clean the caliper up best we can.
Yeah, so we're just cleaning it, so we're just greasing it all. So it's just going to be the same all the way, so I'm going to pause until we finish. I'll show you how it goes back on right now. Right guys, we're pushing it back into those holes. There you go, we're getting the caliper back together. How much of a push are you giving?
Not too much of a push.
Yeah, only too much. There you go, it's all back together. So yeah, now what are we doing, Dad?
Yeah.
I'm gonna zoom you in, guys. It's zoomed in as far as it will go.
We'll put that back up there for a minute. We've got to put some grease on the caliper.
Yeah, the new one.
Yeah, stop them squeaking.
So yeah, we've got some grease. Make sure you always grease your new caliper before putting them in there. Is it a disc or?
Right.
I'm just going to pause until he's back. Right now. Just got a little paintbrush. We're just dusting all the clean brakes. We're doing. We cleaned it all. And I'm going to grease all the brakes so you don't squeak. Is that right? We're greasing the disc. The rotor, is that right?
We're going to degrease it.
What are you degreasing?
The new discs, but not just with a minute. We've got to assemble the new shoes first.
Disassemble, you mean?
Well, I've got to go and grab some. I've got to go and grab a pair of shoes. Still can't quite get ready.
I'm going to pause until he's back. We're just cleaning the top bit of our shoe up.
This is like a shoe spacer.
The shoe spacer. Sorry guys.
That goes on here like that.
We're just... I'm going to zoom you in, guys.
Ouch. Oh. I've got no slot on. Oh yeah, there it is.
Right hidden.
Tiny little slot, isn't it?
Getting it all back together. The back together seems harder. They're not too hard though,
Yeah.
I'm going to say.
Okay.
That's the side. Small one's over there.
That's it, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, fix everything
We're reassembling it. I sat to tell Grandad that goes back together.
Yeah, I don't know. We've got to put this horrible spring back on. I hate these. Ugh.
So this could just be called how to replace the rear entire brakes.
Oh, just an experiment just for the minute. See if I can get the spring on and leave it a shoe over. Maybe that's the better way to go. I don't know. Let's
Draw a
try.
hole there you went through. There you go. Now we're going to lever it. Never, your plan doesn't always work.
This one certainly isn't.
It is an experiment there.
No, I don't think I'm going to get it on like that.
So yeah, we're getting that trying to get in the way to get it on there. These springs are horrible, guys.
They are.
Probably like, is it like torture?
What sort of job it is.
Bit of spreading, some muscle.
Well, I think that's in position now. All I've got to do is bend that. Oh, I haven't got an appropriate pair of pliers here. Oh, they are. They do. Let's have a crack with this.
You need some pliers to spread it. Keep pushing.
Yeah, so it's got a colt somewhere.
There you go, it just came back.
I don't like me this. Oh, gee, I'm not keen on it either.
It's a game, isn't it?
Oh, I hate these. Right.
We just sometimes do things that mechanics can't do.
What's that?
Is that true? We do things that mechanics don't do.
What, like this?
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure this isn't the way to do it really, but we're having a go this way anyway, so I'll make it. Let's try.
You're just watching us experiment, guys. That's what you're doing at the minute. You are welcome to wind forward if you want. There you go. I just pushed it down there.
Well, it's not quite in.
Better sort of spring back. It's down there.
God, it's so strong that spring.
Better make a ton of noise if it does come back.
I'm not going to do it that way. I ain't going to go. Halfway it is.
What?
I'll do that like this.
Screwdriver. What happened?
I just released it. Well, it's obvious it's not going to come.
I'm going to pause until we've just managed to clip it on. This is going to be whilst trying to do it, so I'm going to pause a minute.
Oh.
Right guys, I think we got it how it comes on now.
It's died.
What's died?
It's shifted. That should be there like that.
To hold it. Now let's see if we can try and expand these springs. The springs you have to be really careful of those big springs there, as they're under a lot of tension. Slotted it in that hole.
Whether it'd be better to put the shoe retaining springs on first.
Yeah, try that.
I think that's the way to go, isn't it?
Right guys, I just had to pause because there was music coming. Because I don't want this video like getting copyrighted because of music in the background.
Oh, these are silly things, these are.
How are you doing it?
With difficulty.
It slots in. Slotted in. This side.
You can't.
Did you have to go through the rotor as well? Is that in that side?
No.
What did it slot into? I don't know.
In there.
But it has to slot in.
We're trying to get in there like that and slide the clip, slide it along like that. Goes in there and slides along.
That is what it meant.
It's easy when the shoe's not in your way. Something that goes in your way. And to get them out, so you break them when you get them out sometimes.
Do you break them?
Yeah, because you know you can't be fighting with them. I don't think they go this way. No, they don't go that way, they go the other way. Yeah, like that it is. I don't know how they managed to stay in there, to be honest. Okay, so we'll line it up again, let's have another go.
Through that thing.
So we're going through that chute.
It in?
No, you think you go, you have it, all of a sudden you don't. It's horrible.
Yeah, I'm not going to cut any mistakes out, just so you can see what mistakes we make as well.
Horrible little things they are.
Your plan just don't work. Got a screwdriver to help us here.
Damn it, that's the answer.
There you go.
Push in and push with a screwdriver.
There you go, we've done it. There you go.
That's only one though. Got another one to go.
Same at the bottom, so I'm going to pause while we do the bottom one, and I'll be back once it's done it. Or you doing the side? So what are you doing, Dad? Do I need to pause, Dad?
Yeah, I'm just trying to locate this.
I'm going to pause for a minute. Right guys, we're trying to get the spring in now. We're getting these pliers to stretch it.
Let's try to grip them.
I put it in one hole and I got it in the other hole. That's what all the holes are for, isn't it? They're not just hard to get in, they're hard to dismantle as well. That's how it's awkward, guys.
see where the spring's tight, so it holds it in the handbrake assembly. I think it has to be tight because of that. Right.
Tight. And look, we're getting it up. And you're scratching the thing as well, it just don't matter. Is that right? It don't matter if you scratch it.
Ah, no, you can't avoid it really. Right, let's have a crack at that one.
Just pull in. And we need to get it in. We got it in. Got that one in.
She's in.
Bang, and in it goes.
Okay.
Just got the final to put on. Then in it goes with a new rotor. We have got
more of these horrible clips.
Yeah, at the bottom. So I'm going to pause for that one. It's the exact same process. So I'm going to pause for that one. Right now. Right, guys. I'm just going to pull on the handbrake. Anything different? What's happening there?
That's that top shoe. Lift that, okay, release it now.
Off. Any movement there?
Yeah, can you put it on a minute?
Okay.
I'll see if that back wheel right. I'm sure it's my side.
Now I'm going to pause a minute while we keep messing with the handbrake. I'm going to pause. So the issue we're having, this side's the only one locking and not the other. I'm just going to drop the handbrake. Now we're going to start putting this new one on there. Here it is. Putting brake cleaner on it as well. Make sure you always clean the brakes. So you don't squeaking from new brakes. Will a mechanic do all this, Dad?
Yeah.
See, the good thing about working on cars yourself, you can have fun working in the car and it's a lot cheaper.
Well, that's stressful, gives you a headache, you drink more coffee.
Your granddad's just messing about there, guys. So a mechanic would do it, but they will charge you for it, though. That's what all mechanics do. And they have to charge you as well. The mechanic never sets the prices, is that right? The actual... The mechanic, is it the one that don't set the prices, is that right?
Well, if they work for a company, they don't set the price, the company sets it.
Yeah, but if they work for a company, the mechanic don't set the price, the company does.
That's it. We try and work the poor old mechanics to death almost.
Who do?
The companies. That's it, that's all degreased. Feels good.
Yeah.
Just going to put a bit of grease on there.
Yeah, I'm going to pause for a minute while we do all that.
Well,
grease it.
Rather than...
Right guys, we're just greasing up the brakes. Nearly done. Grease all that whole little middle bit, and that's just doing. That's so when the new brakes we put on here won't squeak.
Well, no, that's to stop the new brake disc rusting onto the hub, so that it'll come off easier next time.
That's actually to stop it rusting.
Okay, well, let's get a
trusty old brake.
Let's get our rotor on. If we can.
Yep.
Okay.
Find the nut, locate the nut.
I'll try and locate that.
Nut hole.
Where's it gone? There you will.
Yeah, we'll do up the nut. Get the old nut on there. It's good to see how cars are put together. This is not the kind of thing you get to see every day.
Who wants to do it every day? Well, if you do it for a living, you'd have to.
Unless you work in a garage, then you would see it every day then. It's kind of cool to see how they're put together.
Okay, well.
What's that on there? Now you're just doing that up. What nut are you using?
10 mil, isn't it?
Using a 10mm to tighten that up. Do you want me to hold it for you? Do you want the nut and the brake hold?
I'm not going to do it up too tight. I'm just going to sort of pinch it because it's a long lever for a small bolt. That's it, just pinch it. Okay.
You spin it, make sure it's not rust squeaking when we drive.
Right, we got that. I've done those that hold anywhere on those.
I know, but they're wearing funny. When you do one brake, always do the other side. But we are going to do the other side. But the other side won't be filmed. It'll just be this side filmed. But it's exactly the same on the other side, so don't need to film. Is that right?
Years ago, they used to be exchanged. You used to be able to take your old ones in, and you know, I don't do that anymore.
That's interesting, Dad.
What's that?
Old brakes could be exchanged a long time ago.
Well, they did. They used to just keep the metal parts of the brake. You know, strip the old.
You got new pads going on. If you want to see how brake pads are made, Chris Fix has made a video on that, if you're interested. I'll link that video in the description, if I remember.
It's balanced on there a bit precariously, but just needs some more pads.
I'm just going to pause for a minute until he's back. Right guys, we've got the new pads.
Yeah, they're the same.
Yep. Always compare your parts as well.
Anywhere on them, that's
Yeah, that is rusted.
hold anywhere with that. So.
Is it a waste of doing it?
Not really, because the nature of that, the front disc wall, I assumed, because all these discs come from the same company, I assumed that the back ones would be very good either. So, just for peace of mind, I want to change them because I've got a faulty one on the front, and so I didn't really trust where these come from. So, for peace of mind, I thought I'll change all of them.
You're just greasing up the new brake?
For the sake of so I'm just sizing this up, that's it.
I'm gonna pause while he sizes it up. Is that right? Do I need to pause? What?
Might be a minute.
Alright. I'm just oiling the brakes. Greasing, I mean, not oil. You know what I mean, guys. Is it greasing or oiling?
Grease.
Grease, guys. So yeah, we're just going to push that in. So the pad points onto the caliper, not the caliper, the rotor.
In.
Yeah, in it one side. And now I'm going to pause while we do the other side because it's exactly the same. Is that right?
That's right.
I'm going to pause while we do the other pad in. Right now, right guys, I've just pushed the other one in. It was the same, except you don't have to do as much oiling, greasing. Is that right? So now, putting it back on. We're doing the bolts up, which is. Where's all the bolts? You can see all the bolts you have to undo.
Here's one here.
It's hard to get the camera behind there.
Yeah, what I'll do, I'll leave one loose and you can...
What? What, Dad?
If I leave one popping out...
I'll make sure I do cover everything, guys.
Yeah, I've left it loose, so if you want to pop your camera behind there, you'll see where it's sticking out.
Yeah, guys, I can't see because it's really dark behind there. But right there, in them holes,
This one, I've just put in down the bottom.
there's one at the bottom as well.
Put more finger there. Yeah.
There is one at the bottom. It's really hard to see down there with this. Yeah, but now I'm going to do them nuts up and that's it. I'm going to pause until they've all done up right now. Right guys, we've done them both. The nuts are 13 mils, if you're wondering. But now we're pushing that little sensor back that we removed earlier on. Yeah guys, we've removed it back.
Yeah, and make sure we're putting it back in its holders, sensor wire.
And that is that finish, is that right?
That's it. That's
Finished.
That's your brake job.
Then get the wheel back on, obviously. Does this don't have lock nuts, is that right?
We've got one more thing to do.
Don't know whether all these have lock nuts or not.
No, they ain't got lock nuts.
Then what's that you're putting on finally?
Finally, this goes.
Back in position. How does it go on?
Like that.
Goes in.
This stops this pad rattling about. Don't know what stops the back one actually.
You just get it positioned. If you're wondering, I'm actually sitting on a chair, if you're wondering.
I feel like I'm in the line of fire here.
This is hard sometimes, working on vehicles. With everything, I always push myself out of my comfort zone. That's what I always do, guys. Pushing myself out of comfort zone has made me the kind of person I am now, guys.
Yeah.
I'm just scraping it onto there. Two pliers, I think you need. Is that right?
Well, I don't know. That's what I'm doing anyway. Don't know whether I've got them on right or not.
That's that in. Bit of a bang to get it in. That's that in now, is that right?
That's right.
So yeah, brake job's officially complete.
We're done.
It's all together. So now what do we put back on the wheel?
Yeah, the wheel, that's it, we're done.
I will film the wheel going back on as well, guys. Just to finish off the job. And we do have the other side to do as well, though, guys. But that will be done off camera, so I don't want to make you guys wait. It's the same job, both sides.
There we go. Wheel on, we're done.
So yeah, here's the wheel. Pick up the old wheel. It's not too heavy. Here it is. This is a large wheel, if you're wondering. Bro. Oh, just look. I'm just gonna wheel it over. I'm wheeling this wheel to you, Dad. Here it is. Here it is. You have to slightly pick it up to get it on there. And you always get into a mess when you work on cars. You have to slightly lift it. And get it all on.
Put the handbrake on for me. Sorry.
I'll sort of pull the handbrake up for him as well. On. Right, guys, we're just doing that up. Yeah, I do. Oh, it's on.
That's it. Ain't much to look at. That's it, we're done.
Put it up quite high as well. Didn't I pull it high enough?
I don't know, it's not locking. That's what I'm worried about.
Let's see if it is. Nah, it's not going anywhere.
That's what's kicked all this off in the first place, isn't it?
So yeah, we're just doing it all up. With our, how many mil was it, Dad?
So, is it 19 this one? Yeah.
19. We use 19 mils on the nuts here. You have to get your torque wrench, is that right? Or you're not bothering with torque wrench?
Well, I just normally pinch them up tight, but you know, if you want to do it properly, you have to find out what the torque is and then torque your nuts up.
Most of them are like 100 foot-pounds. On Audis, it's like 90 foot-pounds. For most wheels, it's 100.
But that's it for me for the moment.
There you go. You always get messy when you work with cars. What's that there? Just getting them. Is that a breaker bar?
Yeah.
Using a breaker bar, long breaker bar.
Just pinching it up before I put it on the floor, and then.
Yeah.
Then I'll give it a final pinch and we've jacked it back down on the floor. That's it. That's it.
Yeah. But after we're going to do the other side. And we're going to be back once we've done the other side. Right now. Right guys. We've done the other brake. It took us a lot more time the other side. Right. We had to spray the handbrake cables with WD-40. I know I didn't show it on camera, but you know probably what a handbrake cable looks like. Yeah, the reason we had to do it, this sticks, is because the handbrake's not really working that well at the moment. But guys, you've got to give it time to bed in as well. We did adjust it so it really comes really low when you've at its highest. Some of them are like way up there, they're not adjusted properly if it's a bit like a normal handbrake. So yeah, I'll pause until we go on a test drive right now. Right guys, the brakes have been really good. It's holding back, it's holding. I got it on, I did adjust the handbrake though, off camera. I did adjust it. Well, I just lock cars anyway. But if you push on it, it does go back for some reason. But that'll wear in later. But it seems okay, it's holding fine. I'm going to pause until I find any more results. We're doing brake testing, is that right? Is it really effective for that handbrake? How's it? We've got the handbrake on.
What's that? Something in the road?
Maybe. Hope that isn't our brakes.
I think that, I think I'll run over something.
Is it working? Have you done the brakes in, Dad?
They're wearing time.
We're doing some brake testing, if you're wondering, guys. Put the handbrake on, Dad.
Yeah, I know, I'm trying to put them shoes in a bit.
What we're doing, we're trying to wear the shoes in, so we're driving with the handbrake on. It is working. So we're getting luck with this. We'll be here, so keep putting the handbrake on. I'm sorry we're doing this at night though, guys, that's what I'm saying. We have got an ABS light up as well. We've got to sort that out, guys.
It keeps coming and going, doesn't it?
That's been happening since we took this to the Volvo dealership. We keep having this light up like a Christmas tree. That's what it's like. Lights up like a Christmas tree, it does. Yeah, I heard a big clunk. We keep hearing clunking noises. We're trying to figure it out later. Some of these people just drive for their cars that just don't run right, and they just keep driving until it really goes on, and it costs them tons of money. Some of them just send it to the scrapyard. Yeah, what I think. Why don't you just repair it? That's what I think. Why don't they just repair it? It'd be a lot cheaper doing it than waiting until it completely goes wrong. If we get a problem with a car, we see to it. That's what we do. Seems working okay, is it?
It's fine.
It seem okay. So I'm gonna pause until any more interests come right now. Right, guys, that ends off this video. I think I know what the ABS lights come from. Remember the video where I told you how to get V70 keys? We went to the Volvo dealership and we had the car towed. I think when that Volvo was pushed up onto the truck, I think it's not the ABS sensor at the front. I think that's what's happened. We might have just knocked the connector out or push that back in. Off it goes. But right, guys, we've been wearing the brakes in. The brakes are a bit better on that car. It's an improvement. So yeah, it's going to end off this video. Please subscribe, hit the notification bell, and give this video a like and share with your friends. Right, guys, if you like gaming, please subscribe to Joe Sib. If you like car videos, please subscribe to Joe Sib Cars. If you want to see my previous video, click on see previous videos. Now please subscribe, like and share. It will help a lot.